like a Market Watch on a Thursday has almost become iconic at this point for how much has been actually happening in the game. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome. Turning on Market Watch here, we actually got some new sleeves announced last night, and you kind of pick your poison for what you want here. These are all going to be 660 yen each. You're probably looking at, like $10 on eBay with some shipping and so forth, but the black ones actually look really good. I also am a fan of the blue ones here, of course, right? The guy that wears a blue shirt for a living loves these. And of course, these actually aren't too terrible. But if you're a fan of the more generic card back sleeves, are going to be 70 in these per pack. You'll be able to find them on eBay. For those of you that tend to not understand how the internet works and where you can find things, ebay.com, tcgplayer.com. You're watching a Market Watch and you don't know these things. Also, quick shout out to Kong's Cards down here. They have pre-orders still available for tins. They have Rarity Collection. Discount code MCO40 is going to save you on your purchase on all of this. You can even get the Light of Destruction down here for people that were asking. They also have cases down here for everything that you could want. Discount code MCO40. Save on your purchase. Woo. Alright, so the point of this Market Watch today. A couple things. Actually, on the 17th, TCG Player should have a major kickback for my understanding here, and a chance to win some store credit. You can read more about that. We don't know what the store credit kickback is or actually anything at this point, but we know something's coming next Friday. Alright, so Marincess cards. We did get the announcement for the new Trickstar Marincess card that can revive itself from the graveyard, which has kind of spooked up some interesting, I guess, talk points for this. Also, I want to point out down here, Marincess, if you want to pick up these are 120s for foreign copies. It's actually not bad at all. Actually quite nice. Rising Rampage, by the way, 125, and get special editions for a nice $10. The Coral Anemones still floating around $8-9, but Dive down here has had some pretty large movements today alone. Look at all this. Like the last 2 days, holy crap, man. People came through here and they started cleaning up house on Dive. You're down to 98 listings at this point. It's not like the card really changes too much for Marincess, but it's enough that people are like, hey, well, you know, let's go ahead and pick this up. The hand knowledge that that card gives you to know whether or not what to play around. I've already read, there were a lot of comments today going, oh, this card sucks, you know, who needs hand knowledge? People don't understand that knowing what your opponent has, knowing how to structure your turn, the ability to play around those hand traps that your opponent has, that's nuts. There's a reason why a Pointer of the Red Lotus is banned. Trap Dust Shoot, banned. These cards that can look at your opponent's hand freely and gain you knowledge of what you need to play around. That's the thing. It's the play around aspect of things that you need to be aware of, and that's what you get with this. Also, Blue Tangs, 45 listings. That's looking a little bit low. Spring Girl down to about 3. Pascalis, still, this card has been an absolute train wreck. These never really repopulated. They've just been kind of the same that they've been, coming in about $4 to $5. It's genuinely crazy just to see how the Marincess market is holding up over time with this. Of course, the Blue Tang or Blue Slugs coming in at about 2 to 3 a piece as well. So, moral of the story, one card in the Marincess department has not really turned things too upside down, but it's brought new life into what people want to pick up from this section. Oh, speaking of, hey, Trickstar cards. So with the new card, a lot of people have looked at the Trickstar stuff and they've been like, oh, I don't know if I want to play this. Also, Star Pack Brains, $70, okay. As of filming this morning, Lycoris is floating about, well, somebody bought one for 50 back on the 4th. You've had no new Trickstar Lycoris movements, which kind of, honestly, I think a lot of people kind of gave up hope for the Trickstar department. The new cards are cool. Trickstar Reincarnation still coming in about 4s, 5s as well. And then, wow, actually, this card is now worth money. I did not see this coming. How in the world is this doing? Wow. Savage Strike, and we've had movements. Wow, okay, I didn't expect to see that. Lily Bell's coming in about 2 still. Candinas, Starfoil is about 2 to 3s. Live stages, these have actually gone up as well. Time to dig through the old bulk. Cool. I did not expect to see live stage also going up in price either. Wow, this is now a $5 card. Cool. Looks like we did have some Trickstar movements. Candina's still on the up and up. Because every time you look at this stuff, it's always just the main stuff. Crimson Heart, $1.50. And, of course, the Trickstar token still $1.50. Yeah, there's no other really major movements back here, but Devardius coming in actually pretty much on the up and up here. And the live stage also moving up. I did not honestly expect to see that. Okay. Oh boy, the ABC Dragon Buster squad. Oh boy, I can't tell you that I'm not surprised to see this. Wow, it still says it's down, but I mean, like, still looking at, like, yeah, you can get these for like $5 a piece on the Seeker Rares. Nothing really too major on these. Your Dragon Busters still pretty cheap across the board, so nothing really too upsetting in this department for these. The Assault Cores, on the other hand, 60 listings, you're still looking at a good solid $1 on the Assault Cores, heading on up to probably 2 to 3 a piece. I'm not that surprised either to see this. The Assault Cores from the original structure decks are also still down. Your B Buster Drakes, 43 listings. These are moving up. B Buster's always been the one that's been a little bit more on the uptick. Always, I think, will be. Yeah, still solidly $2 here. Legendary Collection, Kaiba, always going to be something, 75 cents down here for these. And, of course, the Sea Crush Wyverns coming in at a good solid, what, like dollars and whatnot. Once again, if you're looking at wanting to pick up the pieces to try out the stuff for the Light Duels pack, I think it's interesting, and that's all there really is to it, I think, at this point. You are going to have a lot of people that are going to continue to look at the new cards, and there will be some genuine vested interest in it. It just comes down to playability. Oh, I forgot this card existed. The Battles Relentless Revenge Edition. These things are still $7 frickin', heading on up to 8. That, actually on up to 10. That is in itself crazy to actually see by itself, but okay. And then, of course, we have the Speed Duel version trucking on along here at a nice $8. And your Super Rares are actually down to dollars. These literally fell off the side of a building for the Super Rares. But, I mean, they double printed it in Seeker Rare, so it's not like you can't really get it. If you want, like, a nice rare, you can also get that from El Dorado. So you've got availability. It's definitely good. To the 3 people out here that are like, Union Controller means that Union Carrier is going to get an errata, all right? I'm putting all of my stonks in this. I've read comments from people today going, it's coming back. You guys don't understand. They're going to bring Union Carrier back. The fact that somebody bought out 26 listings for this, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not foresee this coming back. I think Konami took note of the issues that this card had, and I do not foresee this coming back anytime soon. All right, it needs an errata to only act or only work with Union monsters, yes, but there's no... This actually should have been the thing that should have been errata the last time through here. Ben said, you know, we got Summon Sorceress back, which was cool, but you're looking at this right now. Ugh, I don't think it's happening. And then Mechanized Madness. For those of you that have forgotten, this is $97 for a whole box of these. Individual one's going to cost you at $12. Actually, which is funny is, I love how the Cosmic Cyclone is listed as the most expensive card in here, but like you truck on down here, Gear Frames like $2s, Fortresses at $1. There's your unauthorized reactivation, still very cheap. Machine Overdrive also on the up and up. Look at this stuff, nice 40 cents. Your Machina Redeployment also looking very, very cheap from in here as well. Most of this structure deck is very cheap. I actually heard people asking for reprints of this structure deck recently, which I don't understand why. You've got plenty of the stuff available in here, all at a relatively cheap price. Even like the Possessed Storage, very cheap, 207 listings available on this stuff. Yeah, there's nothing really too crazy to go on in here, but okay, well, that's your market today. A lot of very interesting shortcomings, but okay, so leave a comment down below when you be walking around with a booster pack, as per usual. I'll see your beautiful faces back here in day, guys. Peace.
Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.